Hello, my name's Jeff Eschbaugh, your host for this edition of Talk of the Town. Today we have Stephanie Williams. She is the Republican candidate for the Cambridge Municipal Court Judge. Stephanie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Tell us a little bit about being a candidate for the Cambridge Municipal Court Judge.
Well, it's been a really long year, Jeff. I've been involved in this campaign since about November of last year. I had a contested primary in May. I was successful and was chosen as the Republican candidate or nominee for the position. And so just been, spending the year working really hard, knocking on doors, getting our message out, and looking forward to November 7th.
Okay. And that is when the election is, and early voting has already started.
Early voting started on October 11th. So yes, we're about a week into it.
Okay. So a little bit about your background in the judicial system.
So I have been an attorney in the area for 22 years. I started practicing in 2001. For the first 15 years of my career, I was an assistant with the Guernsey County Prosecutor's Office. I also had a private practice in the community for 19 years, so until the end of 2020. At the end of 2020, I had the opportunity to get some experience from the judicial side of things as a magistrate in Muskingum County. So I took that opportunity, and I have been the magistrate of the Muskingum County Common Pleas Court Domestic Relations Division since January of 2021.
So is that a full-time position?
It is a full-time position.
So it's 5 days a week hearing all sorts of cases.
Well, 5 days a week hearing all sorts of domestic-related cases. So in Muskingum County, there's the general division of the Common Pleas Court, and then they have a separate domestic relations division. So we hear all divorces, dissolutions, child custody matters, child support cases, and civil protection orders.
Okay. And you are in the area, you live in Guernsey County.
I am a lifelong resident of Guernsey County. I have lived here throughout my life. I grew up in Pleasant City. Graduated from Meadowbrook High School, and I now live in the Cambridge area with my family.
Okay, wonderful. So what else would you like to have everyone know about your candidacy for the Republican nominee for the Cambridge Municipal Court Judge?
I believe that my experience sets me apart in this race because I do have such a long and diverse experience in the community. Mm-hmm. Again, having been with the prosecutor's office, I learned a lot about presentation of cases and just kind of the way around the courtroom. I was in court. I have been in court on a daily basis throughout my career. In addition to the criminal practice that I had with the prosecutor's office, I also gained a lot of experience by representing clients in the area, both in Guernsey County and in surrounding communities and in a variety of different types of actions. And then in addition to that, the last 3 years really have been invaluable in gaining experience from, the court's perspective. Right. It is really a different approach to the law and to the process of the law in going from being an advocate for one party or the other to being that neutral party that's having to hear and judge all of the information and make a decision.
And to be able to keep up with all the changes in the law.
Certainly.
All the time. So, well, Stephanie, would you like to remind the voters of anything else?
Just get out and vote on November 7th, unless obviously, as we talked about before, early voting has started. So if you are able to come down to the county administration building prior to that, you can vote early. If not, make sure you make it to your polls on November 7th. Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you for Stephanie for joining us on this special edition of Talk of the Town.
Thank you, Jeff.
We'll see you around. We are at the U.S. Bank Studios in beautiful downtown Cambridge.
I'm Jim Vaughn with Talk of the Town, and we want to thank Cambridge Main Street for being one of our sponsors. And if you'd like to be one of our sponsors, you need to get online to info@yourradioplace.com or call them up there on the hill at 740-432-5605.